¿Qué hubo, fieras? Espero que estén bien. I hope you're doing good. I wanted to share with you a dream that I had. And I'm going to start a small series of videos where I share some of the dreams and the information that the ancestors share with me. I posted one, I think, about 2 weeks ago, and I got messages from several of you in my IG letting me know that you really liked that video, and I appreciate that. And so you asked me if I would share more of these, and so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So I did want to share this dream that I had on January 1st, actually. And as I've mentioned before, I like to think about things and sit on them for a bit before I share more, so that I can try to understand it and maybe get more depth into any messages, right? This dream happened in la madrugada of January 1st. So, after the new year, I hugged everybody and then, went to sleep. And it was in that time, as I woke up into January 1st, that that this dream came to me. And so this dream, the first thing I thought of was quantum immortality. I know that many people have put videos on social media talking about, they're driving somewhere and all of a sudden they look at usually their phones and then they go somewhere else, right? Like they're somewhere else all of a sudden. So to me, this was weird because I have mentioned in other videos that the ancestors usually give me information through dreams and they give me messages. And I know that the reason for that is because I've asked them to always let me know that it's them by not allowing me to feel fear when they contact me. The dream that I had, um, in this dream, I was in my house and my brother was there with me. We were in the living room, pero I noticed that the house doesn't look anything like our house or any house that we've ever lived in. So this house had a big window. It had a lot of windows, but one that was a big rectangular window. And when I looked outside, I could see into a really clean field of grass, meaning that there was no houses or trees that were too close. It was just a lot of grass. And then far away, I could see a house and trees and then like a town. But I've never seen this place before. And so I was looking outside through the window and I looked up to the sky. And when I look up, there's a big rock, like an asteroid, a big rock of fire falling down. And it's coming so fast that there's no way that we could run away from it. And so I remember, as I'm standing in front of the window looking at the sky, at this ball of fire coming down, I start yelling for my brother who's behind me, like he was on his phone. And I tell him, it's coming, it's going to hit us. We can't run away. There's no way we can run away. And then I step away from the window and my brother comes to the window and looks at the sky. And when he turns around to look at me, like he had a look of terror in his face. Like his eyes were wide and even blank, like there was nothing we could do. So we saw it, or I saw it because my brother was looking at me, and I saw through the window how the ball of fire hit a house. And we saw this kind of like explosion. When that happened, and I saw all that fire coming towards us, I told him again, we can't outrun it. He hugged me and I hugged him, and I could see all this fire. And I don't know if you ever have this type of like, I don't know if these are actually intrusive thoughts or anything, but sometimes, like when you see tragedies, I always wonder, like, what is the fear that people are experiencing when something is happening and they know it's their last moments on earth? I remember thinking, what's about to happen? Am I gonna feel burning? Am I gonna feel like I'm gonna explode? Like, is it gonna hurt? Am I gonna feel pain? And so I hugged him, and then I saw both him and I, as we were hugging each other and holding each other, like we just kind of started flying, but I couldn't feel anything. We started flying as if the explosion had just hit us and pushed us. And as I was seeing like the ceiling of the house, of our house, things started to dematerialize. And then there was nothing but whiteness. And then we were pulled into, based on what I've seen, what seems like a wormhole in the middle of the universe. And as I'm still holding my brother, I feel like something is pulling me back, right? And what I'm seeing is like this, like I said, it's like a tunnel, but I could see energy and I could see the universe outside of it, which is what makes me think it was a wormhole or some sort of portal. And I was really scared. And so I remember thinking, universe, ancestors, please allow me to keep my consciousness. Allow my brother to keep his consciousness. And I named everyone in my family, and I asked them to allow us to keep the knowledge of who we were, right? Wherever we were going. And through this wormhole, as we were traveling through it, I could see very ancient symbols that I've never seen before. And honestly, I don't even know that I could show you what these were. But each one of them had this different energy. And there were different colors, and I see energy in colors. So I knew that the ancestors were there with me. And so I think I've mentioned that I have cats. And so I have 7 cats. And so unfortunately 3 of them have passed on, so they're with the ancestors now. But when I looked around us, around my brother and I, my 7 cats were there. The energies of my cats were there. And I knew that they were the ones ushering us through this portal, through this wormhole. And that's something that I've known for a very long time. Animals, they carry this very innocent and honest energy. And so, especially when it comes to cats, everybody knows that they are conduits of energy. And so it is not unheard of that a lot of people have had experiences with cats where energy is involved, other realities, time skips, etc. An example of this is the jaguar, ocelot. the feminine energy that exists in the universe. For a long time, the ancestors have told me that the energy of the jaguar is an energy that can travel between realities. It can use its energy to do that. So this was happening, and then all of a sudden I woke up. And when I woke up, I knew that one of my energies that existed in another reality had merged with my energy that exists in this reality now. I'm not sure how to explain it except that I feel more me. It's like an inner knowing. Nobody has to tell me, nobody has to validate if this actually did happen or if it is what I actually think it was. I just know that it did happen and that two of my realities merged. And yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are going to say it was nothing more than a dream. You have a lot of imagination. But when the ancestors have given me signs in my real life telling me this was coming, and then that happened, I have to believe that it's more than just that. Especially because my ancestors use my dreams to communicate with me about topics that are just more complex and that need to be felt more than understood. So, yeah, I wanted to share that with you. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and I will make another video to talk about the signs that I received leading up to that dream. We'll see what happens, and what other signs the ancestors will send us. I can tell you that since January 1st, since that dream, the messages that I received from the ancestors have been much more clear, and they continue to come very fast. But that's something that's been happening since August 8th last year. These messages have accelerated in a way. So I hope that you liked this story of my dream. Again, let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, sending you fiera vibes. Tlazocamatimiac.